Alright, the purpose of this video is to just show the deconstruction of the Xbox 360. I'm actually going to put in a liquid cooling kit, and part of what I want to show is just the basics of how to use a standard case tool to take apart and what this part does. And this is just a Torx driver, a flathead screwdriver, really the only three pieces you need. And a couple things I did before this is, you can see the clear case because I put it in a lighted fan kit, the CPU and its cooler, and you've got the heatsink cooler for the graphics processing unit, which is underneath the DVD drive. So previously to taking the case off, you can see here and zoom in, I've marked out where I'm going to put the coolant fittings. Later I'll switch them to quick change, but for now I'm just going to use the standard ones. I've drilled some pilot holes and marked out what I'm going to cut out. That way I know exactly where to drill the metal. And these fittings right here will be the ones that go in here, 1 and 2, just so you can see that. Alright, so we'll start with step 1 is, I guess step 1 is just make sure you have everything removed. Take your hard drive out, no power connections. You'll remove your faceplate. Because it's clear, you can see where the tabs are. You can actually reach in here and pull this out. I like to go ahead and just use the screwdriver, take apart a couple of the tabs, and the faceplate will actually come right off. So once that's off, then we need to remove the two plastic pieces. The top plastic piece here, bottom plastic piece here. If you want to zoom in on these areas, you'll see 3 little tabs on each part. You've got one here, one here, and one here. They're hard to find. You can look online for a place of where to remove those. But I'll start with the top. You want to start with this front edge first. And you'll see a tab here. So this tool, what its main use is to reach in through this hole, which you can see here, a hole here and a hole here, and you'll pry those tabs in, like so, and then you'll be able to basically start pulling that up. As I do it, I'm going to do the back side with a flathead screwdriver and just constantly keep pressure on it. You only need to put enough pressure just to take the tab off. Okay. This one's a little tricky because it's actually behind the foot pad. You don't have to take your foot pad off, just stick the screwdriver straight down. Now you'll see the top metal casing and where your hard drive plugs into. So from there we'll flip it over again and we'll take off the bottom piece. I like to start with the front of the unit and pry up. So once I press this in, the idea is just get one tab started. There's one tab. Do the same on the opposite. Okay. I'll do the back side here. This tab's loose. Got one more back here by the foot panel. I'm gonna get it small. It's always good to have a little toolkit with you. I'm going to use a small Phillips head because they fit through the little holes a little better, especially on the molded cases. Once that's off, basically then you just have your case shell, your front and your back, and that's how that works. So we're almost there where it comes off, so I'll put this in the staging area. Where this tool comes in, what these tabs are for, you'll see a group of 4 and a group of 2 and 1. It's not going to matter once I cut this out, but the bottom where the power supply is, there's 2 units here. So these 2 units basically fit in the groove. You can actually find your grooves, press them in, and you'll actually hear it kind of pop if you move to one side or the other. Once you've got that pop, you've actually started the separation. Same thing here. You've got 1, 2, 3, and then one more up there. So give me a second to just look at it. Now that that's all in, again, you just kind of push this over to the side, and now you see the clamshell pops open. If you take it apart from the front first, you'll actually break the unit, and that's what you don't want to do. So while it's that way, I'll do this one again. Let me see here. Sometimes they snap back together. There we go. Now it's separated. So we should have all four of the clamshell pieces separated. Very important to note is that this part is the part that's actually screwed to the back. So you've got basically the motherboard holder, graphics processor, CPU. So this part's going to stay with the unit. So it's better to do it from this side. Okay, so once you've got this part loose, basically the front has got some tabs here, and again, take your flathead screwdriver, and what you want to do is just lift those tabs out. And your units should be upside down again. With the clear case it's easy, but you can always use this video as a reference to where it would be on yours. So those three, there's one here, this case came out broken. So that's the other half of the shell. Okay. Now the trick to getting the cover off, and again upside down your DVD, is basically, you can't see it but with a normal dark case, but the 4 screws that hold the DVD drive in, and you have 2 here on the bottom. So those 6 screws, and I'll mark them here with kind of a Sharpie. This one, let's see here, these 2, which you can always see through here, and then these 2 right here. So again, for reference, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You don't need to take these out yet until you're ready to do the motor. So again, it's a number 10 Torx, I believe. I don't know the number, but this is what came with the little change-out toolkit. And you'll have 6 long screws. So we'll just put these in an area where we know where they are. Nothing's plugged in, and we're not touching any chips, so you don't have to worry about electrostatic discharge yet, but we do have one that we'll use later. That's 3. Four. One of mine must have been bent when it was in assembly. The first time I took it apart, one of the screws was already kind of bent. It'd be nice to get a new one, but it's just what I gotta do with. Now, I've got the six screws removed, so now this can come apart, but it's real important here. There's one step you don't want to forget, is the ejection drive here, your little button that ejects, is actually latched into here. So what you want to do is you want to take your flathead screwdriver again, and you want to just pry it from the DVD face. Not too hard, but it's just put on there snugly. You can break that if you try to pull the case off first. Now with that, put it back right side up. Your case lid should basically come right off. So now what you've got is you've taken your case apart, a matter of minutes. Now you've got your inside your Xbox 360. That's really all the unit is. It's a small PC.